What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that instant analysis. This is just going to be something fun and something that is going to be popular this entire summer, which is free agents and guys that's going to be eligible for extensions and guys that are available from their team. What I've been hearing, a lot of people are interested in Jonathan Kuminga for the right price. Golden State feel like they still can compete for a championship as long as Steph is healthy and as long as Draymond is healthy, as long as Jimmy Butler is healthy. They know they still going to have a decent bench. They can add a couple pieces too that's not too expensive. And we do know Kaminga didn't play a lot in the first round, played a lot more in the second round, was able to get some 20-point games. He's a guy that has been able to get in double figures. Can he play better? Can he do more? Does he deserve more opportunity? Should he be selfish and do it for his own career and his own legacy and take a gamble and bet on himself to be a star in this league and just acts out because they know that he's not their high end priority because they feel like they have shown that we need Kamingas. We're happy having them. If we don't, we also happy getting rid of them. If we can get rid of them for the right player that can still make us contenders, we're willing to do it. We did it with Jordan Poole. We let Klay Thompson walk. This is all about maximizing our opportunity to win with Stephen Curry. And if we feel like we have somebody better fit to help us win than Kaminga, then we have to make that move, just like trading Andrew Wiggins, who did help them get a title, to get Jimmy Butler, to get them back closer to where they need to be, and that's being a championship team in this league. Now, when you look at Jonathan Kaminga, things that stand out is he's a decent ball handler. He's able to get to the rim. He's able to knock down threes every once in a while when it's open or when he's feeling himself. I mean, if you can have a guy that gets 15 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, shooting 45% from the field, which shows you that he's a decent player in this league. And last year he played 74 games and he started 46 of them and he averaged 16 a game. That's a player that's above average. You know, he's not going to have the same type of game if he goes to a different team. It's going to be a filling out process. It's going to be something of a headache because more people going to double team you, more people going to trap you, more people going to make things harder and difficult for you because they do feel like you're a person that they have to focus on, and they will change the way you think and they will change the way you play a little bit, and they will force you to be more ball handling and more trustworthy of your teammates, which the Warriors does help them out a little bit, but he is playing with other great players, which most likely if you get traded, you won't be playing with that type of crew. Now you will be the guy and your numbers will be inflated and your responsibilities will be inflated. And some people might call you overrated when you first get traded, especially if you don't live up to the hype. And even if you do, they're going to feel like you're an empty guy. You're a guy putting up empty stats on a bad team. There's no real win-win except you have to accept your role. You have to accept the money. You have to accept the responsibility and build up your name, your image, and your brand by playing hard and doing the best you can to maintain being a great player as much as you can. But if you're only playing 24 minutes, obviously if you depended on, if you get traded to a team that needs you, you're going to be playing 30 plus, your numbers are going to go up by 10 points or close to it. So we're looking at a guy like Kuminga averaging around 20 points per game or more because he just has that ability to be able to score on and off the ball, which is key. But he's not really highly efficient at it. That's going to be something he's going to have to work on, something that he's going to have to improve if he wants to be taken serious in this league. And he is a guy that feels that he is that good. You know what I mean? And even if you feel it, you do have to be confident in yourself. You do have to be confident in what you do. And you have to have that mentality that you can figure it out and you can get it done. And if you do, then you become a better player and a bigger player, and you already got a championship anyway. So people are going to say you might as well just take that move to try to get as much of a bag as you can and still get an opportunity to prove that you're one of the better players in this league. Because a lot of people have been telling me, Quinn, what do you think about Kuminga? What do you think about Kuminga? You sleeping on Kuminga? How you feel about Kuminga? And I'm like, Kuminga can play. The numbers is right in front of you, just like it's in front of me. So it ain't really a surprise when I tell people that. But can he do more? Can he be a two-way player? Can he be more than a slasher? These are legitimate questions that you don't really know until you get that role and you get that opportunity. because it's going to be different from game to game because every team has different personnel. Every team going to scout you and play you differently based on what you work on because he has a whole offseason to add to his game since the Warriors got eliminated early in the playoffs. So, I like the fact that he's hungry. I like the fact that he's not scared. I like the fact that he wants the moment. I like the fact that he doesn't mind showing what he can do. And that's the thing that you have to do if you want to be successful in this league. And he has those things figured out right now for what I see. You know what I mean? He got the right circle around him and he had the right understanding because he played with championship players. He played on a championship team. He knows how to push himself. He knows what he needs to work on because he's playing with an honest bunch of guys that they believe in. If you get the ball, make a shot, make a play, and we live with it. Most championship team wouldn't like a guy that young and still trying to prove themselves to have that opportunity, but it does make you seem like you're more involved and you're more needed. And that's what the team that if he gets traded will need from him anyway, especially because we just don't know all the team that's interested. But I was just saying I had a lot of people that was asking me, what do you feel about Kuminga, where he's going to go, where can he fit, what can he be, and is he a guy that has upside to be a star? Question is yes. Now, can he be an all-star? Can he be a superstar? He has to put a lot more work in and do a lot more things to improve his IQ if he wants to be one of those potential all-star type of guys. And people are going to say, is they crazy for trying to give up a guy like Kuminga because they see some qualities in him that makes him look good. Like this man is getting 20 points per game in the playoffs. He was going against legitimate teams and going against legitimate defenses, and he's going out there getting buckets. And now, he's hit or miss sometimes, and his jump shot is not fully where it needs to be, but it's getting to a point where it's respectable to a certain extent based off the games I've been watching and the games I've been seeing. And I'm looking at it like this guy actually is interesting. Is he $100 million player? No. Is he 70 to 80 like a Reggie Jackson type of guy? Where he can get double figures, he can get buckets, he can shoot the three a little bit. That he remind me of a guy like that, and he did get 80 million, and he did become a starter for the Detroit Pistons, and they did make the playoffs with Reggie Jackson as their starting point guard. So I think Kuminga can go down that lane and actually have some success and build, a brand and a name for himself just by betting on himself and trying to chase that paper a little bit. And like I said, he already won a championship with the Warriors anyway, so it's not like he's going to be needing that on his resume. So he's going to be one of them Jordan Poole type of players where you see it, in the gym when you see him practicing and when he's working and when he's playing that this guy can be special. But like we said before on Analysis Playground, everybody's an asset. It's sad that the NBA look at people like that and look at their players like that. But if we can move you for two pieces, if we can, like DeAndre Hunter got moved, like, well, we can get Karis LeVert and we can get Georges Niang, and we'll just trade, for them two guys and give y'all DeAndre Hunter. That's what Kuminga is going to be looked at. Well, we'll give you a center. Well, y'all got Quinn in post, Kevon Looney a little slow down. Y'all might need to upgrade at a center position. Y'all just need a starter, and that's it. Give us Minga. We'll pay him. We'll extend him. We'll take him off your hands happily, and we'll give you exactly what you need because we need a star that can possibly become something more. Those options are out there for the Golden State Warriors. But they also said we might want to keep Kuminga. But do you really want to tie up your salary cap to Draymond, Steph, Jimmy Butler, and Kuminga? That's not really a championship core because they only getting older and they already having trouble with some of the teams in the Western Conference. And we know the Western Conference is a pick 'em because all these teams are on the same level or close to it. So it's going to be a tough, difficult decision for the Golden State Warriors to figure out. It's going to be a problem for them as they have to figure this out ASAP because all these things have to happen at a certain amount of time and then you get trapped. And that's something that they don't want to really be in. They got to be professionals. They have to handle it like it's a business, even though they know they got one of the best potential free agents available. And like I said, if you're not really getting better, you're getting worse. And they did mostly get eliminated because Steph Curry wasn't healthy. If Steph Curry was healthy, it'd been a whole lot different of a series, and we'd be looking at this situation a different way. But time is money. Time is one of the most valuable things, if not the most valuable thing that we have on earth. And they got a lot of time to figure it out this year. Is he worth keeping? Is he not? Does he fit? Is he the guy we need? Can we get more pieces? Can we trade him for somebody that we actually need? That's going to be what they're going to be looking at when they look at Jonathan Kuminga. You're not that guy that fits perfectly off that bench. You're not that guy that we feel is getting us to the next level. So we need to use you as a piece to get that guy that we think can fit in our culture and fit what we're trying to do. And then we'll just move on that way. And it might even be a cheaper option than what Kaminga might be, when he wants his extension. He's going to want the biggest payday he can get because when you look at the numbers, he damn near earned it. So, it makes sense for him to request to be trying to get that type of max contract or close to it. He's going to be in that range where it can hurt a team like Golden State that's all about winning. But then again, they have to make that decision whether they like it or not to find a way to get a good haul back for him before it's too late. But it is interesting now that they feeling like he's keepable. We might want to try to figure out a deal to keep him here. But like I said, most guys are going to make that deal where I want to see if I can be a star. I want to see if I can make an all-star team. I want to be the centerpiece around an organization that believes in me or think they want to take a flyer on me and I still get paid. It's all about making money too. Like NBA players make a lot of money, but you do want to make as much money as you can because you earned it by putting in the work. So let's not forget about that and not have that in our mentalities too, because if they're going to treat us like assets, they're going to treat us like business pieces. We have to look at it like we got to get as much money and milk our opportunities too, because that's what they're going to do to us. Whether we injure, we don't play well again for whatever the reason is. They all like you when you're winning. They want to recruit you. They want to get in you. They want to treat you like you're great. And then as soon as something goes bad, they jump off the ship or they throw you off the boat or they throw you under the bus. And next thing you know, they trading and getting rid of you. So it is an ugly game that we play. It is an ugly thing that we know, but that's why you have to give yourself the best chances and the best opportunities. And we do have to respect people like Jonathan Kuminga for trying to take those gambles and those opportunities to even benefit his own career, even though if he's leaving a good, stable place that he knows it already fits and works for him. And I don't think he's the ideal fit for the Warriors. I don't think he's the ideal player, but he doesn't fit terribly. We done seen that so far in a couple years that he's been playing with them. So it's about who can maximize his potential and maximize his earnings because that's where he's at in this point of his career, and he feels like he can do more. So let's see what he can do. Let's see if the Warriors gonna be mans of their words and move them. Let's see if they're gonna try to mend some fences and try to ease him back into being the sixth man of the year type of candidate that he can be when he coming off the bench and getting legitimate minutes. And let's see how they really feel about him because, like I said, they didn't play him in the first round that much, and then he had some good games in the second round, but that was only because Steph Curry wasn't healthy, so he would have had less minutes and less opportunities if he was. And that's something that if you're his agent, if you're his family, you're going to look at it and say, well, I don't think playing in Golden State should be in your future. You bigger, you can do more, and your numbers say that. So let's take a gamble and let's try to see if that's something that you should really do. We all have that in the back of our mind. Let's not act like we don't. Let's not act like we don't think like that. Let's not act like we don't have people in our circle that encourages that even for their own personal gain or for them to be honest that you should take that chance for your own personal gain for yourself. Because I will be honestly and tell you if somebody offered me more money to leave, I would be considering that option too if it's legit, and I might not be coming back because I want to try to work that thing out as much as I can. And if I do my job, they're gonna be trying to keep me. So that's just keeping it a buck with y'all. Other than that, hope you guys enjoying y'all weekend. We back there. Playoffs resumes tomorrow. Elimination game. So make sure y'all check out the channel and make sure y'all comment, like, subscribe, and share, and hit the notification bell for more analysis. And like I said, I do mock drafts and also draft coverage. I also do breakdowns of real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, and also future stars. And I also do conversation video just like that, like this. If you love this type of content, this is the channel for you, and you should subscribe and you should hit that notification bell as quick as you can because there's no channel to give you as much NBA basketball news, knowledge, fun, breakdowns than this channel. Other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed your day. Hope you guys stay blessed up. Thank y'all for appreciating the content for what it is. Let's continue to try to make 2025 a better year to 2015, as that was a big year that gave me a blueprint of how I want to make content on this channel and give y'all something to enjoy and watch each and every day. Plus, I upload each and every day that I'm living. Like I told the Weekend Warriors, I'll be back grinding with y'all because I'll be back tomorrow with more analysis too. Other than that, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for supporting. Thank y'all for staying subscribed. And thank y'all for continuing to love the content and spending time with me and making time for me as much as y'all can to hear what I got to say or show y'all what I think, because that's how it should be. That's a 50-50 of why this channel is still around and doing well and doing good. And I need you guys to continue to do your part. And since y'all do that, I ain't got nothing to complain about but this year. Besides, I'm going to give y'all more content to watch and enjoy. Other than that, I'm going for now. Peace out, love, and y'all have a good day. Peace.